What's up, savages and savages in the making? It's your boy BlackBelt Jones. I know it's been a minute, but I'm here to do a highly requested video. People have been asking me to do this for a long time, so we're just gonna get right to it. I'm gonna do a tutorial on how to wrap your hands for kickboxing, boxing. The reality is there's different ways to wrap your hands, but the way I'm gonna show you is it's very effective and it's simplistic. All right, so I'm gonna run through this 2 times. One is gonna be with me explaining what I'm doing, talking you through the steps. The second time that I run through it, it's just gonna be me going through the motions. You're not gonna hear me talking, even though we love to hear me talk, right? That's why we tune into the videos from time to time. There will be some timestamps in the description below, just like I do in all of my tutorial videos. So you can jump right to it. If you wanna jump to the section where I'm talking you through it and telling you why I'm doing this way, it's gonna be there. If you just wanna jump on your phone or jump on your computer and follow along with me, jump to the second timestamp and you're gonna go through the motions just as I do them. All right, so that's enough of that. Let's go ahead and get to it. All right, let's get started. So I'm gonna give you the view from my hands, okay? So my left hand, my right hand, all you have to do is follow along. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our hand wrap, we're gonna undo it, I'm gonna completely just unravel it, then I'm gonna reel it in till I get to what we call the thumb loop, okay? Now, most hand wraps are gonna have a part that says this side down. If it doesn't, you'll figure it out. Sometimes the stitching will indicate, or after you wrap it, I'll show you a little trick in case we got it wrong. So we're gonna take the part that says this side down, and that side is gonna go down facing the skin. So I slip through the thumb loop, this side down goes towards the skin, and then I'm gonna wrap it twice around my wrist. Then I'm gonna go up to my pinky knuckle to my first knuckle. Two times. Now that we've done this, anytime I do something up top, I wanna lock it in down here. So I'm gonna come down and then lock it in. Notice the whole time that I'm doing this, my fingers are spread wide and my palm is facing down. If you don't do this, it's gonna be too tight when it's all said and done, okay? So then now that I put this in, we're gonna lock it in. Now I go from underneath between my pinky and ring finger. Come back down. So since we did something up top, what do? Lock it in. Now I'm gonna repeat that process. In between the fingers, lock it in. In between the fingers, try not to get any twist in it as we do this, and lock it in, okay? Now I'm gonna hide the little thumb loop here by doing the same thing. In between these fingers, okay, see this slack? Anytime there's a little bit of slack, we don't want that, pull it. And then what do? Lock it in, right? Okay, so now for the most part, our hand is protected, it's wrapped. I'm giving myself wrist support and knuckle support, which in the end is the goal when you're wrapping your hands, okay? But we wanna clean this up. This doesn't look pro, and we wanna, everything we do has gotta look sharp, right? So now I'm gonna come underneath, and I'm gonna go from pinky to first knuckle, just like we did in the beginning. See this slack? Look, don't want that. One more time. Pull, okay? Now I'm gonna come there, and then down towards the hand, okay? And then what do? Lock it in. There you go. This hand's ready to rock. Now we're gonna repeat the process on the other hand. All right, so same deal. I unraveled it, undid the Velcro through the strap. I'm looking for the part that says this side down. I'm gonna go into the thumb loop, this side down towards the skin. Gonna do that 2 times to get it started. We gotta anchor it, okay? Then from here, I go up from the pinky knuckle to the first knuckle. Pinky to first knuckle. We have to do it 2 times. See this slack? Tighten it. Not too tight, but just enough so that it's got a good, no slack, no looseness, okay? And then after we do something up top, what do? Come down and lock it in. Palm down, fingers spread wide the entire time. Now that we've locked it in is the part where we come down in between. So I'm going between the pinky and ring finger first. And since we did something up top, what do? Lock it in. Repeat the process. In between the fingers, lock it in. In between the fingers, and lock it in. And we do it again in between the thumb and pointer finger. See that looseness? We fix it by giving it a little tug. And then what do? Lock it in. Hand is essentially wrapped. We've got support around the wrist. We're protecting our knuckles. I can open and close my fist. Looks good. Now I have to clean this up. We got to make it look pro status, right? So I go pinky to first knuckle. One more time, pinky to first knuckle. Then I'm going to come pinky and back down. And whatever you have left, I like to finish it around the wrist for extra support. And there we go. Hands are wrapped, ready to throw on the gloves and get busy. All right, here's that process one more time. Real speed, no talking. That's it. That's hand wrapping in all its glory. So there's other ways to wrap your hands, like I said, but the end goal is to protect your wrist, to protect your knuckles, to protect your hands so that you can have longevity in your training, right? The secret to getting good at this stuff is time spent in the game. So we want to protect ourselves and we want to take care of our equipment. Also, that being said, quick tip, if when you were in the mix of wrapping your hands, you ended up getting a twist in it, what's going to happen is when you go, to finish it, to lock everything off, you're going to end up like this. You're not going to be able to Velcro and secure it. Game isn't over if you do that. If something like that happens, you don't have to completely undo your wrap. Just come back a little bit, put a little twist in it. See how I have the little twist in it now? I'm just going to hide that by putting the Velcro enclosure over it. And then now look, nobody knows the difference, but you know the difference. Learn to wrap your hands properly. Don't put twists in it. Another bonus tip after your training session, unless it was like a super crazy session where your hands are drenched, your gloves are smelling funky, it's really, really, really bad, then yeah, you're gonna wanna wash your hand wraps. But otherwise, when you're done training, I'm gonna show you, look, just to undo your wraps before you put them in your gym bag or however you take them home. Just open it up, and then I'm gonna loosely roll them onto this other hand here, okay? Even if it has a little twist in it, it's along the way, it's okay. We just don't want to put any major twists in it, because then you'll start messing your hand wraps up. They'll be start to fray and not be good. All right, so then they'll end up kind of something like this before we throw them in the gym bag. As soon as you get home, you want to air them out as well as your gloves. Take them, throw them, unravel them again, get them all the way open, and then kind of drape them over some chairs or drape them over your closet or something just so they can kind of air out. If you do this, you can probably get like 1 or 2 uses out of them before you really have to wash them. But we don't want to be known as the funky person in the gym, right? So we do want to wash our equipment. When you do go to wash your hand wraps, you're going to have to throw them in what's called like a delicates bag. It's a little like mesh bag with a zipper. Throw that, you can wash it, dry it, and then take them out so they're not all twisted and funky, and then wrap them up just like you did when you first got them before we slung them out. All right, boys and girls, so that's it for today. If you found this helpful, please consider subscribing to my channel. I do plan on putting more content out again now that I'm more in motion and ready and able to do this kind of stuff again. So stay safe, stay healthy, stay blessed. See you guys on the mat.